Okay, I think I've said this before. Anytime the man of the year did anything involving some kind of fix he was trying to do around the house, I was always there as his assistant, right? None of the other kids. It was always me. It had to be me, and I didn't question this. I mean, because well, actually, the man. Since I started talking on this, and I've never thought about these things before ever. I just accepted this part of my life, and now as an old man, I'm saying, wait a minute, why did I accept these weird situations I was in? I'm unquestioningly, and for the first time ever, I'm trying to talk about these things and understand what was going on. Why didn't I? Well, here's one of the reasons, probably, that I didn't question why I was number one assistant and none of the other kids were. Well, the man of the year would be storming around the house, okay, around me when he was going to do something like whatever, fix something, whatever, no matter how simple, okay? He'd be storming around the house with his face like he's going to murder somebody, like me. and and so he'd be storming around, and I'd say, because it was the way he was looking at me and storming around me, it was like he was angry as hell at me. Okay, so I would say, what's wrong, or something like that, right? And here's what his answer would be: "You're supposed to know what's wrong. What the hell are you talking about? You're supposed to know what you're supposed to be doing." It was something I was supposed to be doing that he was all upset I was supposed to know. This was the main thing. I was supposed to know whatever it was I needed to do. So anyway, he would be mad as hell at me. So, because he was always terrorizing me this way. And, these terrorizations included, like I say, 5-6 hour CIA interrogations and this kind of thing. Bizarre stuff like this, and the way he regarded me at all times and spoke to me, and all the weird aspects to being number one son, that, yeah, to try to make things better. First time I've ever tried to explain this kind of thing. I guess I was scared I would be in for more psychological abuse from this guy if I didn't try to calm whatever anger he had at me or whatever reason. So he would say I was supposed to know. I was supposed to know. Now, let me go on by saying that whenever he did anything around the house or in the yard work, no matter what it was, he always, in one way or another, drew blood from himself by some little accident. Every single time. If it was he was going to hammer something, he'd accidentally hit him part of his skin and draw a little blood. Or if it was whatever it was, he made a little mistake, and he drew a little blood from an accident. Well, I often find now that when I'm doing things, every time I'm doing something, I draw a little blood too by an accident. I'm not trying to do that. It just happens the way it happened to him. And it just happened to him too. And so since I was always with him as his servant, I find now, and it's just not now, but it happened, tonight, but it's happened all the time. I've noticed it whenever I'm doing anything around the house or around the yard, I draw a little blood from some little accident too. Just a little thing, like a little blood, not a major problem or anything. Anyway, tonight, I was gonna bang these pieces of sheet metal in anger, and when I did it, I cut one of my fingers a little. it drew a little blood. So I was saying to myself, my God, I'm just like this guy that terrorized me all through my youth and up until he passed away and everything. And here I am, I'm doing just like him. It's very strange that I do that kind of thing. But I just wanted to comment on that. Now, I said to myself, what does drawing a little blood from yourself symbolize? The only thing I can think of is the breaking of the hymen membrane in a virgin woman. A little blood comes from that. And so when you have sex with a virgin woman, in cultures where this is an important moment, folks will look for that little spot of blood on the bed sheets or wherever as evidence that this woman was a virgin. And I got to say that I don't know why, unless this has to do with him having been male raped and his virginity taken that way, which colored his entire life. This is all theory because he never said that he was male raped. I'm just theorizing he was because he was male raping me, I'm quite sure. And so I'm thinking that little blood that I draw every time as he did, it's some kind of a symbol for the loss of virginity to male rape. That's what it is. Now I can't go deeper than that. I can't even explain exactly why I'm saying that, but I can't see any other reason for that kind of thing to be happening. It seems to be like this is some kind of a it's a symbol of identity that comes from this absolutely horrific experience that he must have gone through and that I went through, and it's memorialized this way in a kind of ritualized accident that happens to remind me or him or anyone that this horrible event that became so important to his identity and my identity does not get forgotten. It's continually remembered in this way. That's the best I can do for an explanation of why this happens.